Hi, everyone. Welcome to Thursday. We are going to complete the intermediate math activity from the intermediate packet for Thursday, silly me, May the 7th. We certainly don't need to go back in time, do we? Okay, so you need ultimately page 20. That's the activity page we're completing. However, you can review pages 16, which is the parts of shapes, pages 17, which is a description of 2D flat shapes. And then on page 20, you will complete using shape cutout that matches up from page 25. That's a lot of pages, but it's just following the same routine that we've done the last 2 days. It totally will make sense. If you want to watch one of the shape videos, that's great. If you feel ready to roll, come on, let's get started. Okay, so the 3 parts of shapes that pertain to flat shapes are side, angle, and parallel sides. And here we are on Geometry Chart 1. The next geometry chart, number 2, looks at 2D flat shapes. Circle, which is one curved side. There's only one side, and it's curved all the way around. It has no angles. Circle, square, 4 equal sides, 4 right angles. Rectangle, 4 sides, 2 sets of equal sides with 4 right angles. A triangle, a right triangle, and a rhombus. Those are the flat shapes that are on this chart. Now, if we move on, you've completed this page, you've completed this page. Now we're to today's work. It says, Alec buys a colorful spinner for the garden. Do you know what shape that is? I bet you do. So you can pick a shape and put it over the garden spinner. And those were the shapes that you cut out from page 25. And you can cut out those shapes on page 25. You can put the answer here when we get to that. Okay, so that's question 1. Question 2, how many total sides? How many sides does a shape like this have? All the way. Do you remember? It was on Geometry Chart 2. That's right. 1. It has 1 side.
1.
It says, how many sets of equal sides? Well, to be a set, there has to be more than 1. Okay? A set indicates that there's at least 2. A set is 2. So it has to be no sets because there's only 1 side. So the answer is 0.
0.
Which leads to question 4. How many sets of parallel sides are there? Again, a set is how many? 2. At least 2 things in a set. There's only how many sides? There's only 1 side, so it can't be a set. It has to be 0.
0.
Okay, so how many angles are there in this shape? You got it. If there's only 1 side, there can be no angles because angles are where 2 sides meet to make an angle. There can't be any. 0. The next question is how many acute angles? Remember, acute angles are the ones that are skinny versus obtuse, which are wide. But it doesn't really matter in this case because, again, if there are no angles, then there can't be any acute angles. It has to be 0.
0.
There are lots of 0 answers on this particular shape, aren't there? How many obtuse angles? Are there any angles at all? Nope. So the answer has to be 0.
0.
How many right angles? Are there any angles? Not a trick question. 0.
0.
And the final question, super easy. What is this shape? A rectangle, a circle, or a square? You know this. You knew it from the moment you saw it. It's a circle.
Circle.
Circle is very simple. One side, no angles. Great work. Remember, it is round. And it helps us to understand the sphere. We will talk about 3D shapes next week. Great work, everyone. I'm really proud of you. Well done. Have a great day.